during COVID, after I retired, I decided to go on a journey. I decided to do ayahuasca. And I never talked about it because as an athlete, I was always anti drugs, because for me, in martial arts, one of the value is respect. And if you're respectful, you're going to fight fair. You're not going to use performance enhancing drugs. So I never wanted to use drug. I waited after I retired to do that experience, but I always wanted to do it because I'm a very curious about consciousness. We all have dreams sometimes that we can remember, but what does it mean? Because we were sleeping and we have dreams that seem so real. So what it is? Like, is it the only imagination, material from our brain, the circuitry, or there's really something? So I decided to do an adventure, ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a psychedelic, very strong psychedelic.
Extremely strong, yeah.
Yeah, and I never take drug. I never snore cocaine or did anything else. I've tried marijuana before, but it's not really my thing. It makes me paranoid. I've drank, but I never did that. So I start from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. And I got in touch with this guy because for a reason I'm not allowed to say who it is and where it is. But so one night I decided to do that. And because of my name, I don't want to be, when I did it, I was kind of scared. I decided to bring a friend of mine who was my bodyguard. His name is Eddie. He's a friend of mine. And I decided to bring him with me alone, just in case something happened. Because people will laugh at it, but I'm afraid. I never done drug before. So he said, I told him, if something happened, bring me to the hospital right away.
Best thing to do, probably.
Yeah. So I was alone when I did it. I was with him and the shaman and one of his apprentice, and I had a friend with me that I've done ayahuasca before that did it with me. That's it. Because normally when you do that, you have a room with maybe 6, 8 people, but I didn't want to do because I wanted to be private.
Yeah.
So when I first started, I took, it's a cup and it's made of I think it's made of a leaf, and it's a mixture of natural ingredient that come from the Amazon, and they had been boiled. So you take it, and what I did is I took it and I lay down on a mat, and I'm in the basement of a house, and I didn't do it in South America. I did it here. So when it started, after a few minutes, I start leaving my body. I start levitating and going towards the ceiling. And when that happened, I felt like I sort of lost control. So I kind of resisted, and I came back into myself. And for the next maybe 20, 30 minutes, nothing happened. And now I start thinking, I was like, shit, I might have ruined my entire adventure. And it made me sad a little bit. Then the shaman, he came to see me. He's like, are you okay, George? I'm like, I explained to him, like, yeah, I resisted. I left my body, but I kind of resisted because I didn't like the sensation of losing control. And he looked at me, he's like, George, you have to let yourself go. And for me, it's hard. It's something I never done. I always like to be in control because, my background in mixed martial art, you have to be in control and control all the data in order to maximize your chance of winning, in a fight. But now I have to let go, to rely on something that I never done, and let it go. So he says to me, he's like, let it go. I'm like, okay. He's like, can I take some more? He's like, you can take more as long as you feel good and I see that you're good. I was like, all right. So I take another cup, and I lay down again. And then I left I'm not leaving my body going up like this. I'm leaving it going up like this, looking down.
You're seeing yourself?
Yeah. I'm seeing myself, but I'm seeing myself and I'm still aware that I'm in the bed. It's like I'm in 2 places in the same time and I'm not alone. there's something that sort of lift me up. And I'm going to draw it to you so you can. So this thing that I see appears to me under this shape. It's called a keyhole shape, they call it.
Whoa.
No eyes, no mouth, no, like this shape.
What color? Was it black? Was it like see-through?
It was no color. Like it was just translucent. Like it's not like I could see it with my eyes. I was seeing it inside my head.
Right, you were perceiving it. Yeah.
And it was communicating with me. Not like I'm talking to you. Hi, how are you? Like in my head, like a airdrop. You know, like air zook and zook and everything he was thinking, I was receiving, and everything he was thinking, I was receiving. So it was like a connection, you know. And as I'm going up, I see myself. I even see my friend. He was texting someone. And I told him, I'm like, I know you were, after the adventure, I told him, I said, you were texting this person. And he said, how did you know? I said, I went over your shoulder, man. I saw it. And I'm lifting. And I go through the ceiling. I see the house. And I'm like, and to the opposite of what happened a few minutes before, when the first time when I didn't want to lose control, now I feel very confident because this thing is carrying me, and I feel like the best feeling in the world. Like safe, love, successful, confident. Like I feel like I'm in the up top emotionally. Like I feel like I'm like the best feeling in the world. Not physically like high, but mentally, like, man, feel like in perfect harmony. And as I'm going up, I'm like, who are you? What, you know, who are you? And it says, I'm you and everybody in the same time. I'm the air you breathe and the water you drink. So it's and it didn't say it through my mind. And as I'm going up, I see the town where I am. I see the planet. Then it made me understand that it says to me, like, I know why you're here. You're curious to know about what is consciousness, and I'm gonna show it to you. You know, I'm gonna show you what is consciousness. And then I see the map, the planet, the solar system. It's like I'm going out, like I zoom out, you know, from where I was, and I see the entire thing, and I see the galaxies, the universe, the different dimension. To the point that at one point I'm like, I couldn't explain.
It's too much.
Okay, it's too much. I can't take it anymore. It's like please, I don't want to know more. I just can't take it. And it was very weird. I'm the one who sort of tell him, is like, and the whole time this thing is with me, sort of guiding me. And I'm like, because I'm in a great I'm in a feeling of harmony, and I'm telling it. I'm like, is it only for this adventure? Will you leave me after this? Or he's like, no, I'm gonna be always with you. And when things doesn't go well, close your eyes and remember me. Always gonna be there, even after this adventure ends. I'm always there with you. And I'm like, okay. And then it sort of says to me, it's like, now that you found, you know what you came for, I would like to share something with you. There is a lot of time that you do things that you don't realize that you hurt people. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, I'm gonna show you things, but after you've seen it, it's up to you to make the effort to change, because I cannot make the effort for you. You have to make the effort if you want to change and become better. I'm like, okay. And then it started going into some of my past,
your memories,
on my memory, but not like memory, like I was reliving certain memory that I pushed so deep inside of me, like I didn't want to remember, and stuff from my childhood, so stuff that are so personal that even I cannot talk about, but stuff also that stuff that I've done, certain things that I've done to people like stuff that have been done to me, but also stuff that I've said, have done, that I didn't realize at the time how much I hurt certain people. And I didn't mean to hurt them, but it made me, this thing made me sort of go through the perspective of the person that I was hurting.
Wow.
And live the emotion of that person live when I did that. And I live it, and I now understand. And shit, I really hurt that person, when I did this. And like a mirror, like if I would have done it to myself.
Wow.
And I felt the emotion running through. And now I realize, I'm like, shit. I'm like, I feel bad. I've done this, and I didn't even realize that I hurt that person. And you're so caught up with what you do, you only focus on, for me, when I was young, the most important thing was, to be the strongest man in the world. And all my focus was on that. Everything I did was about to be champion, and that's what it was. The other thing around, I was seeing it not only as a distraction, because I had great times. A lot of the people I've met, I really genuinely love those certain people, and I love them. But because my focus was not on prioritizing them and more prioritizing my goal, I hurt them in the process, and I did not realize that. And this adventure made me realize that. And man, it was crazy. And a lot of things, that's just one example, but a lot of things like this, I relive through my mind. It made me realize that sometimes I've said stuff in other situation to other people, and I hurt them. It made me very sensitive about stuff that I've done. And I was like, shit, I really did that. And I didn't realize at the time how much I hurt certain people. And now I do. And even after my adventure was done, I call certain people and I apologize to them. I say, hey, sorry, I know I did this, I did that. Hey, man, I did it. Like certain people that I noticed that I hurt. And I thought they would have find it weird that I called them. But a lot of them, they were like, they're like, oh, thank you very much. I mean, you come a long way, and I appreciate you realize, and it means a lot. And it sort of made peace. I made peace with it, and it felt great. And that was one part of the adventure. And at the end, because it lasts about 4 hours, it's a strong drug. They call it medicine, but it's really a drug.
Yeah.
And towards the end, this thing, again, I always point it out because I want people to see. It says to me, it's like, now, George, I know you hold a lot of grudge, a lot of anger. You grew up with a lot of anger, and you didn't let it out. It served you for what you did for your fighting, but now you have to learn how to let it go. And when I did this adventure, I was always contemplating an opportunity maybe to make a comeback, or because I still had that thing inside of me. So it says to me, is like, now you're gonna have to do like a detox, and it will manifest physically. And I'm like, okay, like you have to release all the negative emotion, and it will manifest physically. Are you ready? I'm like, yes, I'm ready. And it says, like, if you need my help, I will always be there. So I said, okay, and I'm ready. And then I went to the bathroom. And that day, before you do ayahuasca, they advise you to not eat.
Yeah.
To not eat anything. If you eat very light. And I didn't eat that day. I fasted. So I go in the bathroom because I start feeling a little bit sort of sick. And I have a bucket. And I told you early on in my adventure, I had the hot top in terms of emotion. I felt very good. But now, my friend, I dive down deep to the point that I have nothing to live for. And I'm a very happy person in life. But now, man, like nothing to live for. Like basically I want to die. And I start having very negative thought, and it manifests physically. it comes out. I'm on the bathroom in the liquid. It comes out crying, like depressed, like to the point like it's insane, and throwing up. So, and I'm sweating like I'm in a sauna, like
Purge.
down, cry,
Everything.
and sweat, like everything comes out, and to the point that I can no longer take it. And now I'm thinking about this thing. I'm like, please, I can't take it. And it comes back to me, lift me up, like a little bit like I'm drowning, and I cannot breathe. And they lift me up, like, take a few inhale. Okay, are you ready to dive back into it, George? You have to let it go. Like you have to clean it up. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, go back in it. And then I cry, and then when I can no longer take it up, it comes back. It lifts me back up. Okay, take a break. But we have to go back. It's almost done. Okay. I'm doing it again. Okay, go. Like a few times. It lasted for about 20 minutes.
Wow.
And even my friend who was outside, he knocked in the bathroom. And the whole time I was conscious that I was in two places in the same time. I was on the toilet, but I was also somewhere else, like doing like a purge. And he knocked at the bathroom. He said, hey, George, you okay? He said, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Thank you. Things go well. I just need to let it go. He's like, okay, if something happened, let me know. We break the door and we come get you. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. So I was able to talk and during that adventure to the point that when it was done, I took a shower, I changed my clothes. Man, I felt so light. It was just like a relief. It felt so good, physically and mentally. And I have no evidence to prove you that, yes, I really did lift my body. I went somewhere outside that, the experience that I live in my mind. Maybe I really did it, or maybe I was so freaking high that I think that I did it. I think I went to people's head and I had like a mirror emotion experience. I made it all up because I thought, I can't tell you. But after living the adventure that I lived, I'm under the impression that, a strong impression that there is something to consciousness that is not only measured by materialism. Now, I used to be skeptic, like how do you say, agnostic, but now I lean more towards
like
a believer.
Something more. Yeah.
No, now I'm very convinced that there is something. And a lot of my friends that are atheists, that I told them that, they say, oh, you were just so fucking high, like, yeah, maybe I was, but it shake me to my core so much that I think there is something.